In the scandal, Mossack Fonseca says the millions of documents leaked from its offices this week about the offshore bank accounts of the world's powerful, rich and famous were stolen by hackers, not divulged by an insider. The scandal has touched the rich and powerful in a long list of nations, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, among those mentioned in the Panama Papers is Zimbabwe's leading platinum mining firm, Zimplats Holdings, which allegedly used an offshore company to pay salaries for senior managers. VOA Zimbabwe service reporter Ray Choto reviewed the papers and spoke with a Zimplats Holdings official. Ray now joins me in the studio to tell us more. Ray, welcome to Africa 54.
Yeah, welcome.
Now, you got to see these papers. Yeah, were you first surprised to see Zimbabwe or a Zimbabwean firm mentioned there?
Really, when we got into the data, I did not know what I was going to come across, although there was some information that there is a lot of stuff that is going to be unearthed from the data. So when I went through the data, I came across so many names. But what I had to do was to look at the information and try to see whether this information can make a story out of it. Yeah. Because it's not just about the data. Yeah. It's about what you interpret when you've got the data.
Exactly.
So yes, I found Zimplats, followed it up, and found some
Now, you got to speak with an official of Zimplats, and what did they tell you?
Well, they denied any involvement and any wrongdoing, but from the information that we have from the data, it's official. Mossack Fonseca, it's a very big international law firm. It's known for, setting up companies offshores and also housing some of these companies. So the internal communication that they had indicated that this was information that is something to do with Zimplats, and we did all our best to make sure that we did get in touch with Zimplats.
Now, is Zimplats saying that they did nothing wrong in terms of, whatever business they had with Mossack Fonseca, or are they saying they don't have any offshore kind of engagement?
They are denying completely that they have nothing to do with the firms registered with Mossack Fonseca. HR Consultants was registered in the Isle of Man by a company which said it was working on behalf of Zimplats. It kept on updating Zimplats records, and they have communication that has to do with Zimplats, and Mossack Fonseca kept on updating that file with the British Army.
In fact, there's a quote in one of those papers just showing that we've received the money for the payment of the...
There is correspondence, yes, there is all that information. But the thing is, Zimplats is saying they were never involved in any business with those companies.
Is it that they didn't know anything about those companies that they traded with but had engagements with Mossack Fonseca? I'm
not going to speak on their behalf, but I'm going to respond to the way they've responded to us. They are simply saying they have nothing to do with those companies.
Now, but from the company itself, it does acknowledge actually that they have the papers, they have all this information. In fact, they claim it was hacked. They were hacked by some people. So they're saying they do exist.
In fact, Mossack Fonseca might use their term that they can use, because we got this information from an anonymous source, which then gave to a German newspaper. And the German newspaper, when it looked at the information, they saw it was too much for them to work on their own. Therefore, they approached the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, of which I am a member. That then established the collaboration, which involved more than 375 journalists all over the world.
Well, people are saying this is just but a tip of the iceberg. What do you think?
From what I've seen, yes, sure. The question is, you can only go to print once you're satisfied with the information that you have. There are more names that are going to come, and even heads might roll.
Very explosive, amazing. Ray, thank you very much for sharing this with us.
You're welcome.